Hello, it's Amanda here from Lolli Lulu Crafts, and today I am doing a video to tell you two things. One, to show you this haul that I got from Simon Says Stamp, which is nice. I can't wait to share it with you. But the first thing I want to say is that it's that time again, and it is hashtag TBT Throwback Thursday, and this month we are going to be looking back at a Cricut video, and it is a really little cute mouse video. So if you want to watch that Cricut Create a Critter video, then hop on over to my blog post and it will be in there all linked up for you with photographs, etc, etc. Alright, so that will be there for you to have a look at, so hopefully you enjoy that. I think it's a really cute card, so I hope you like it. And then the next thing I've got here is I thought I would share with you a small haul that I got from Simon Says Stamp. Okay, so we're going to start off with some dies that I got, and I'm quite excited to try these and see what they're like. I heard really good things about them, and I really wanted to try some of these word ones. Now this writing here is Christina Werner's writing, and she's created that into a die, and I think it's come out really nice. And I like the happy because you can put that with so many things, and what they do and they should demonstrate is, you have the happy, but then you'll stamp, birthday or anniversary or whatever you want. And here's the die. Obviously it's back to front because it's in reverse, so that you would obviously die cut it that way. So that's kind of cute, I think. So let's see what we'll see what that cuts like in a minute. I'll get my Cuttlebug or something and we'll have a little play. But because I haven't tried them myself yet, I don't know what they're like. But first of all, I'll just show you what I've got, and then we'll see what they cut like. So say there's the happy, and then I wanted a U, as in YOU, because I thought for the same thing really, like happy birthday, I could do thank you, love you, whatever. But then I saw that they had actually got the love you, and it separates out. They are connected at the moment by just little spokes, but it will separate out, so I could have love or I could have you. So it was hardly any difference in price as well, so I thought it was worth getting that extra word really. And then these are their newish clouds that they had, and these have got like the embossing on them, chevron clouds, and I think they're going to come out really nice. I'm looking forward to seeing these. You can see you just then would, I guess, put them through with your mat and emboss that somehow. Again, I need to play with these and see exactly how it works. Okay, then the next things that I got some stamp sets from them, and I think you've seen me actually use, I had some sentiment stamp sets, and you would have probably seen me use those already, and again they're using Christina's writing, and I thought that I liked the quality of the Simon Says stamps, so I thought I'd venture into some designs rather than just sentiments. So I think you can really test a stamp actually by sentiments, because it, if it doesn't work on a sentiment very well, then it's not going to do anything really. I mean, I think that's probably the ultimate test. Anyway, this obviously it's a bit weird to get just a whole bunch of circles, but I've seen this used, and it's kind of used like through a stencil, and I mean obviously there's all sorts, like the ring ones here you can use to outline some sentiment stamps, some sentiments rather, and then punch them out. I think there's lots you could do, and I think I'm looking forward to playing with that. Okay, the next thing I got, I just couldn't resist. I mean, how cute is this? I just thought it was so sweet, and I just love, I'll bring this up, some of the sentiments as well. I just think it's so fun. And what I'll do is, in the blog post that goes with this video, I'll put all the links. I'll put the links to this products on the blog post, so that if you like any of these things, then you'll be able to find them easily. Okay, so that's that one. I just thought that was adorable. Then the next thing that I got was a couple of little stencils and again I just think these are really sweet. And I've actually used this one, and I've got, this one came with the sentiment stamps that I got previously, but I thought I'd share it with you today. And then I really liked this one, and this was like little snowfall, I guess you could use that as this one was called Large Dots, and this one is called Falling Snow. There they go, snowfall. So I really like those. Well, obviously I wouldn't order them if I didn't like them. And then I got some sets, and this particular one is, it comes as a die and a stamp set. Now they do different variations on the same thing. So for example, with this one you might find that it has this stamp and the die and something else as well, or it might have the die and something else and not the stamp. So it comes in different combinations, which is quite good. So this is a Christmas one. So on the stamps you've got kind of sentiments, merry and bright, Christmas, lots of different Christmases and different happies. And the reason for that is you've got the Merry Christmas die here. And again, you can separate this, so you could have the merry and then stamp the Christmas, or the Christmas and stamp the happy. So you've got different options there. And obviously you can just use both completely independently. They don't have to be used together. So I think that's really fun. I like the idea of doing that, and I've seen quite a few cards that are quite sort of clean and simple looking, and I think it looks really effective. So I'm going to have some fun, I think, playing around with these. So let's just pop that back in there, because I want to, although you don't have to use them together, I want to keep them together for the moment. I don't normally keep sets and things together because I like to break things up, because then that makes you kind of use things that you perhaps wouldn't have put together. But I think in this instance I just want to keep them together for the moment. Now this one was one of these that I said to you is an example of where you've got the extra element. So on this one we've got 2 stencils as well as the stamps and the die. So what we have here is, let's start with the stamp because that makes more sense. So we've got the cutest little dog and cat, little ball of wool, rough day, you are pawsome, hi friend, meow. So you've got a cute little set of stamps. You've then got your matching dies. So you've got the dies that cuts out your cat and your dog and the pawsome. I don't think that goes around that. It's the dog and the cat go around the stamps, but I think the pawsome is independent. So let me just, and as you can see they're snapped together with little bars at the moment. You just snip those out, and then if you see, you've got, say, the dog. Now obviously that's going to be that way up, and then you stamp him, and then you can put your die around and it will cut him out. And then, as I say, we've got these 2 little stencils, and I think that's just so cute. Look at their little daisy feet. They're so sweet. So I think again that's going to be really fun to stencil through and create a nice background. So then I went away from Simon Says Stamp's own branding, still will purchase from them, but just going to a different brand within their store. And the first one I've got is Paper Smooches, and again I'm going for this set of dies that match. Now I think with the Paper Smooches it was sold separately. I don't think they were sold as a set. I think you had to purchase each item separately, but I just thought that was just so adorable. Look at him, isn't he cute as a button? And I love that little cat. In fact, I like all of them on there. Look, let's celebrate. And then you've got your matching dies for all of the little animals on there. So each one has got their own die. So I think that's going to be, again, fun to do. And then the last thing I did was also a set of dies with stamps. This one is from Mama Elephant, and it is these gorgeous flowers, and I saw these somewhere on a card. Somebody made a card using them and I loved it, and I didn't know what they were and I didn't find them, and then I just happened across this and I was like, that's the stamps that were used in that card, and I was so excited. So I was so happy to find them, and look at the detailing that you've got here. Now you can imagine that with this it would be great to have the dies, because you can create real dimension with creating different layering and overlapping of the flowers, and so that's definitely, you know, a really, to me, a must-have as the matching die set. And again, I think these came separately rather than as a kit, but you've got a lot of dies in here. I think this is going to be fun. I'm really looking forward to doing this one, actually, because I've got my distress markers, and I think that will be really cool to do that with the distress markers. So you'll be definitely seeing a card with all of these things. Actually, I'll be doing some bits and pieces. Okay, so that is the products. So let's just get my Cuttlebug and let's have a little, just a little play on the dies here on this words. So let's cut out the happy and see what it looks like. Okay, so here's my Sizzix machine. I've got my magnetic platform, one acrylic plate. I've got a piece of hunky dory cardstock, which is just really a lovely sort of snowfall pattern. I've got my happy die, and I'm just going to pop that up here. It's going to snap down because of the magnetic platform. And then I'm going to put my next acrylic plate on. Now, I think because it did need a shim, so I'm just going to get a piece of scrap paper. This is just the little leaflet that came in with my order, and I'm just going to pop that over the end, and that just creates, and I'm just putting it over the section that's got the die, and that just creates that tiny bit of extra thickness. It's surprising, you really won't need any more than just that one, and then that should, oh, there we go, just help cut that. And I'm just coming back towards us, just because, not because it needs it, but just because it's easier for the camera to actually have it this side. So then take that off. Now, if you want to be sure something's cut with this, because it's clear plates, if you grab hold of both, like a little sandwich like this, and then just very carefully and tightly hold it, flip it over, and you can check whether it's cut through or not without, and then if it hasn't, if there's bits missing, you can pop it through again without risking it moving. Okay, so let's just move this out the way, and let's see what we've got here. So just very gentle, because it is obviously quite delicate, because it's a fine font. And it's very loopy, so it gets caught on itself. And then we just want to pop those little pieces out. Here is our little happy. Isn't that gorgeous? And I think it's really a nice font. And as I said, that's her actual handwriting, which is really cool. Okay, so that's my haul, and make sure you keep watching on my website for blog posts and videos, etc., with some cards and projects using these bits and pieces. And also do make sure you hop over to the blog now so that you can take a look at our #TBT video and look at the photos, etc. Alright, so I hope you've enjoyed having a look at my Simon Says stamp products, and I will see you again next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.